YouTube, Derek here with another awesome Windwheeler video. So we got another unboxing. Today is a massive, absolutely massive unboxing because we've got Devastator. Yeah, this new Devastator was it's actually not quite new. So it's a reissue of this Devastator that came out during the Combiner Wars. I got it off of a Hasbro Pulse. It was just kind of like spur of the moment. I was kind of looking through it and it had just so happened to be popped up as I was looking through it, and I was like, man, I'm never going to get an opportunity like this to get Devastator. So I hopped on it and it arrived not too long ago, and then I did my recording of the unboxing probably in, I want to say late January, early February, and I think it might be sold out now, but you could take a quick look just to see. But yeah, I'm really excited to open this one up with you guys and just kind of give my opinion on it. It's sort of keeping my Transformers kick on the right path, you know. These guys are kind of essential for the Decepticons, and I'm pretty proud right now of how my Decepticons are starting to look. I have like a cool little Instagram picture I can pop up right here so you guys can kind of see the ones I've got so far. I only have a few small additions left for the Decepticons, and I'm hoping to kind of round that out to feel complete with that cast of characters, which like you guys know, I have said this many times before, but I am planning to do a Transformers stop motion series. But I sort of want to put out a few more of these Marvel ones first to really kind of get the ball rolling too, because I know those are really popular. But I know Transformers can be very popular as well, so once I break into that, things will be really cool. There's a lot of people out there that I respect who do Transformers stop motions. Wolfman is like definitely one of my inspirations and favorites. He had the Ironhide series, which in my opinion is one of the greatest stop motion series on YouTube, so take a look at that. And then I also really dig All Hail Megatron. He's obviously one of the major legends, and he does Marvel stuff, he does Transformers, he does a whole bunch of stuff, but like his Transformers things are extra dope as well. And yeah, there's a myriad of other Transformers stop motion people out there. So first I just like to get into some shoutouts. First shout out goes to Bob the Pop 123, also known by Captain Bob. I left a comment on one of my videos. He said he just found me, can't wait. So it's been getting a lot of those people who just discover me, and then they have a whole, you know, myriad of videos they can kind of binge through, and it's really cool. He does stop motion as well as gaming stuff on his channel, so you guys, just want to send a couple of you guys over there to support him. And yeah, like I always like to kind of give support to the other people who are commenting on my stuff, and anybody who comments, I usually will take a look at their channel and just see what they got going on, because I'm always looking for more shoutouts to kind of put out and just to continue building the community out. So yeah, thank you Captain Bob. And my next shout out is Tony B Animations. I left a comment on one of my videos saying, can't wait to see this universe explored more. So that is really cool, a really cool comment, because he was kind of referring to my my Marvel stop motion universe and how it's all sort of interconnecting, kind of like exactly how the MCU does it, which if you guys know anything about me, I'm fully in like awe of the interconnectedness of the MCU movies, like many people are, and I know a lot of my storytelling, whether it be Marvel, Transformers, Pokemon, Claymon, whatever, Star Wars, and my own original stuff is all going to be kind of pulling from that same vine of just trying to expand and expand and expand. But yeah, so Tony B Animations, he obviously does animation as well, so go take a look at his stuff. And yeah, it's good. I really appreciate all these people. So I try to shout out new people as they subscribe or as they comment. Usually the people who comment like interesting stuff, like I like to bring up here, because sometimes it brings up good discussions and stuff. But yeah, thank you to those people. Now back to the Transformers related stuff. I do have a Transformers short that I just put up on Instagram. It's featuring Ratchet, Sideswipe, and Cliffjumper, and Refractor. It's a fun little short little piece. One thing I like to do is once I put out the big stop motions, like I did most recently with the Spider-Man one, I like to put out sort of a one-pager that I can write, edit, voice all in the same day, animate, and then put that up on Instagram, which I'm hoping to kind of accumulate a good amount of shorts for Instagram to do another Instagram animation compilation video, volume 2. So this will probably be the first, I think, in the new wave of those. But yeah, if you want a little bit more stuff from me, and if I haven't been posting on the YouTube in a little while, go take a look at the Instagram. There's obviously links on the channel, and you can see shorter little pieces that I've done. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this most recent one. So and this is kind of like me promoting, doing sort of a little Transformers wave of stuff. So I'm hoping to, like I said, introduce more and more stuff relating to this awesome toy line that I've loved since I was a kid. I took a pretty long break from it, but with the new War for Cybertron stuff that's been coming out, I just could not resist and had to jump back in. So what else are we going to talk about? So on top of this unboxing, I've also put out recently a Let's Play with Transformers Devastation. It's a pretty cool game. It actually works in quite nicely with Devastator here. I love sort of the G1 aesthetic. That's why War for Cybertron is just hitting me so well. This game is like beautifully cel-shaded. It feels like a comic book or stepping into the cartoon. And it's got some fun playable characters. Yeah, you guys can expect to see some pretty cool Transformers related content on this channel. And on top of that, I've also been reading Transformers Galaxies, which this is kind of the first couple things are all about just the origin of Devastator for the new sort of continuity, but it's a pretty cool comic so far. I really like the way they draw them, and just sort of, yeah, seeing the history of them, and like they weren't always like these bad guys, you know, these thugs that for Megatron, you know, they were builders, you know, they were creators. Yeah, take a look at this comic. I would recommend it. Anyways, let's get into this unboxing. Okay, here is Devastator. Oh my god. I'm so pumped to open this crazy friggin' massive box. I freaked out when I got Jetfire, and this is gonna be even bigger and crazier than Jetfire, so I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. I'm gonna grab the old Dragon Ball key here, and we're going to crack this beast of a friggin' figurine out of this giant ass box. Oh my god. There's a whole big section in here. Wow. He looks crazy big in this friggin' box. At the top, it looks like we got some dope little images of the figurines that make up the Devastator robot combiner. It's crazy to have like one toy that turns into one giant toy. It's absolute madness. And then there's this, which I have to tip this video sideways for a sec here to get this into the shot because it's on the side of the box, or the back side. I guess 18 inches and 45 centimeters. So if this predicts what it probably is going to be the height, I'm excited. This is going to take a lot of space. Okay, we've got this box here. It's like falling apart. Oh, okay, this flips down. I love me some good cardboard. This is gonna be great for stop motion backgrounds or something. All my sets that I build with my stop motion tend to be using the boxes that these things come in, and I just kind of like refurbish like all the big bad toy store boxes and stuff. So they're nicely sort of like packed in here. Like okay, already looking at this guy, I didn't know he was gonna be this massive. Like, this is frigging ridiculous. He is probably like thickest leader class kind of robots, I guess, that I've gotten. Like, that's pretty much what all these are, right? They're all Voyager or something. Like, this must be like biggest for Voyager. Like, this has to be leader class, and these are probably Voyager level, I imagine. That's pretty sweet. This right here, I am super pumped because Scrapper's my favorite. I just think he looks the coolest, and I like this arm truck thing. Like these are really sweet when I see in construction. But like when you think of like Constructicons, like it's such a cool idea that, because kids love construction toys. When I was like a little kid going in the sandbox, construction toys were the shit, because like literally you're just going around and they're like building an empire that you're creating as a child. So like it's kind of neat how they interpret them into the universe, like as them being builders of Cybertron. It's just like if Transformers was some kid's like, you know, idea, and they had like
Cybertron is the planet they're from. Like, it's kind of like interesting that you'd think that the kids in the sandbox would be building their world, like their sand world, with their construction toys, and you learn about the lore from Cybertron, and you find out that like Constructicons are like the ones that built the world. Like, I don't know, I just think it's kind of like, if you get really deep into it, like I do, then yeah, you're gonna get some interesting thoughts, I guess. But this is really fun, and I like this this crane one here. I think I'm gonna really like this character. What's his name? Scavenger. I think this is Scavenger. It's hard to tell from the box. Yes. Anyways, I'm still getting to know them. You know, like I got the comic book, right? So I'm trying to learn about the characters through the comic, and I mean they seem cool. And I'm also watching like the original TV show now, so I'm trying to learn about these characters as best I can. Alright, and we have, who's this? Hook? Big Eyes Long Haul. And this must be Hook, because he's got the hook. And I think this is Scavenger, because I guess he would scavenge for things like this. This one's obviously Mixmaster. The mixing thing on his back. What is it? Oh, a card! Oh, I love this. Man, when they come with cards like this, I love it because I can use them as posters in my stop motion worlds. Like, I always like to stick these cards on like the walls of like cardboard, like, you know, bedroom of Peter Parker's or whatever, Avengers hangout lounge room, you know, and it's just fun to have like this kind of stuff for that. So that's what I tend to use those cards for. That's my set. We don't want to reveal the set. Okay. And then finally we have, who the hell is this? Oh, this must be Bone Crusher, because he's the bulldozer. Bulldozers, these things are tough as nails, right? Like, these are like the kick-ass kind of the construction vehicles. This is great, little thing here. Okay, that is not too shabby. I gotta say, like, these things are this is many things to have, but I just like the matching colors, and the purple and green is just like so striking. They're just fun. Like, they actually have like fun sort of toy functions for oh man, I thought this might have pulled out, but I just popped something. That would have been cool if this kind of extended out, but I mean, it's not bad. Can it rotate at least? What? You can't even rotate this thing? Okay, well that's a little bit lame. Like, you would want to rotate this thing. But whatever. These would tease. I guess you could hang something from here, and that would be pretty fun. Yeah, Mixmaster, this doesn't spin or anything. I guess it would come out here somewhere if you're Mixmastering. I don't. Where's the front of it? Oh, is this the front? No, this is the front. That's so strange. No, this has glass though, and this looks like a vent. This must be the front of it. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah, because you would put the big wheel at the back. Interesting. I guess I'm kind of, for some reason, I'm used to this thing being facing backwards, like behind it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Which is the forward direction of this thing? Maybe it doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to transform these. You know, just because this is just a box opening and it's just part of my vlog style, like, I'm going to skip the transformations. Like, I can recommend you go check out Sharner's Prime, or I think like Off to Bottom. It's like, you could literally type in like something that says Constructicons like review. This is just like unboxing, so I'm just giving my first impression, I guess. That's kind of what I'm doing. And you know, these videos are also informatory as well, and I try to talk about my other videos and sort of advertise the other videos I make in these videos. So, oh, nice, yeah, this is awesome. They look really cool. This is the set that I built, by the way. But I switched out the star bottom with the sky bottom, but you guys haven't been able to see it because of the giant ass boxes. Look at the box it comes with. Oh. There's extra stuff here. These must be the arms of some kind. Yeah, these, oh man, I guess they're like massive cannon things too. So I think they're the arms for Devastator, and they must be like massive cannons. And then there's these wing things, which is kind of cool. I guess, can some of these turn into like flying machines? Like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah. And there's like a Megatron looking gun here. Oh, this must, oh, sick. This attaches. Oh, that's a huge gun. And then whatever this is, it's like a shield, I guess. Cool. I think I'm gonna try and transform these guys. Wait. Megatron looks menacing on that! Oh my god, that's so sick. Oh, so I guess I'll flip that around. I think that's forward. This is exactly what you want to have right here. Like Megatron's fleet of Constructicons. Like that was one thing. Is like he turns into Devastator as just a giant robot. That's pretty devastating. But you also have basically a small army too here. These guys. Like Hasbro is dedicated, man. Like that's ridiculous. And like they look so good. And what's cool about them is they can still fit in with like the current line of Siege figures, and that's what's great. Like they're scaled nice, and so I'm really pumped about having these. And you know, I started recollecting Transformers after the Combiner Wars, so it's been hard trying to track these down again. And I'm just so stoked that they had extra stock and reissued this from Hasbro Pulse. Like I was pretty lucky to like jump on the pre-order, like as I had, it was purely coincidental. I was looking on Hasbro Pulse and I hadn't really ever looked on it before. I kind of used Big Bad Toy Store as my usual spot to buy from, or Amazon. So like coming across it was like super lucky. It was actually pretty well priced for what it is, and better than getting the original release like in aftermarket. Like it was impossible. Like I didn't think I'd ever get it until this re-release. So it's excellent. Let's transform! My god, I can't tell you how hard it was to pose all these characters in this small little studio space. But damn it, I did it, and I think these are some cool poses. Guys, okay, so it probably took me like 45 minutes to like transform them all. Some of them are pretty intuitive, their transformations. I have to say, like, yeah, Scavenger here had a really like intuitive transformation, and I really like how his legs are designed. And we do see this again later on, but it has its problems, but we'll get there. And one thing I really dig is like these sort of like really boxy heads that they all have. Like they're all just these blockheads basically. They're just like this group of thugs, like Decepticon thugs. I don't know, I like the symmetry of that. Hook's transformation was also pretty easy. You're kind of pulling parts. He slaps kind of into this robot mode pretty easy, but obviously like he's kind of got this square look too. It kind of like reminds me a little bit of like a Johnny Bravo kind of hairstyle on this. If that's just me, but I kind of like the idea that he might have like that kind of personality. These almost even look like, they almost look like sideburns too. Thank you very much. I know that like Johnny Bravo is also like kind of like an Elvis impersonation. But yeah, he's definitely really cool. Mixmaster, not too hard of a transformation. I like that he has probably the most sinister looking head, but I guess because he's mixing like poison and shit. One thing I'm not really like super happy about, I guess, is that he has this huge badonkadonk going on here. Like this would have been cool if they could have like had it on a swivel so you could swivel it up, you know? But like this kind of just makes him feel like a huge bee. I don't know if this is how he was designed in the original series. I got to probably look at that. It's definitely an interesting choice. Like I'll say this, like a lot of the articulation on these two is a little bit hampered, like especially on the arms. Like this can only go up and down, but it does have this rotation, which is kind of nice. But you just wish that there was just a way to get it to like turn inward, you know? But you can't. And I mean, they did what they can, and I mean the likeness and sculpt of these things is like pretty spot on and amazing looking. But yeah, man. So Scrapper, I think his sculpt I think is still probably one of my favorites out of the group. Yeah, I just think they did a really cool job with like the proportions and stuff. And I guess he was probably originally designed like this from the cartoon, but like he's definitely got this really rad, I guess just the thick wheels too. Like they kind of make him look like he has like muscles. Like he's a really strong looking dude. He's got the flat top going on here, which is he's definitely rocking. And of course I always love it when they give the Transformers these like dope ass like 80s shades for eyes, you know? I think that looks really cool. And I like the unique faces, you know, and like
this whole thing with like the ones without mouths, like I think that's an interesting thing for Transformers. And like I don't know like if they have like mouths underneath these things, but like I don't think they necessarily need mouths because it's like they're robots, right? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of ways they can like ingest energon, right? But who knows? That's pretty much it. And obviously, once again, it would be sick if they found a way to get these arms to have a bend in it. But at the same time, like it's not too bad because I kind of just like that the sort of stiffness of these guys in a way. Like it's just like they're gonna be fun to have as like kind of like bumbling characters in like a stop motion, and then once they like turn into Devastator, like they turn into like a really like powerful entity, like a real threat basically. But here, like they're goons, you know, they could probably gang up and like kick the shit out of Bumblebee, but like definitely like if you get like Ironhide and Prowl and Optimus involved, like Optimus could probably take all these guys on by himself just because he's a prime. Okay, so I gotta say that I have a bone to pick with Bone Crusher. He was a pain in the ass to transform for one. I like these legs that they reused here. It's kind of the same concept as Scrapper, right? I'm just thinking like it really sucks that his like little crotch piece just can't pinch properly. Like I don't know, like whenever I've seen this like kind of design used where they have like a pinching crotch, like it just never holds. Like this is like always going to be a faulty thing, and I mean it's kind of sucky, but it doesn't take away from this magnificence of the whole set itself. But it's just like they should not do this ever again with any other Transformer. Like there's got to be other ways to figure out how to get this guy to transform. And like another thing, I guess this is like probably like these are probably famous gripes, but like this thing doesn't sit flush, so then it's like almost covering his head and his chin, so it's a little strange and awkward, and he really doesn't have any like way to get over. Like you just kind of want his like chin to just tuck over that, but it just isn't quite there, you know, and it's pretty lame. And yeah, his transformation is difficult. He, out of all of them though, he does have like a nice sculpt. I don't really dig this like dangly thing in the back that you can't really do much with. I guess this is something to do with the Devastator transformation, but I mean if there was a way to just tuck it away better, I guess you could hold it up like that. Like that kind of looks cool, but he gets a little bit more back heavy. Or I guess it makes it as like a little cape thing that he has, but his saving grace though, like I said, is I think he's the shortest of them, so I kind of like the idea of him maybe having a bit of a chip on his shoulder and being the one that like might have most likely to like lose his top basically. But and then also he's the lucky one here and has actual bending at the elbows. They all have their little quirks, but at the end of the day, like I think they look cool. Like, and the thing is like you got to think of the Transformers like as very malleable, so like they can maybe pop out of their pieces a little bit, and it's not so bad. It is what it is. Oh man, okay, and then we have Long Haul. He is bulky and huge, and I guess he's the centerpiece of Devastator, so it makes sense. I love the idea of this guy just being like this huge giant character, and then maybe being like sensitive about his like his size. It might be kind of a fun personality quirk to give him. He's definitely powerful, and his little like wavy arms is kind of like silly, but I'm definitely gonna have fun with that as some kind of joke. And yeah, he's got these chunky feet. I guess this is like part of the transformation, but you can use it to make it look like there's some feet movement there. It just sucks. Wait a minute. I don't think I fully transformed this thing. Oh, okay. See, that's why I don't do the transforming video thing, because it would take me far too long and I might not even do it right. But oh, this is great. So he has knee articulation. It's just super tough. I guess that's because he's... Oh, something fell off. Oh, it's this thing. Oh, okay. It's nice that they, like, parts that they know could get stressed, they, like, make it possible for them to just pop off instead of snapping off. So it's pretty smart design on their part. But oh, this is like great. This like adds a lot of possibility for posing. Yeah, that's the kind of pose I was hoping for. Yeah, so long haul here. Big old long haul. He's got this like dope ass chromed out head. Chrome dome over here. Yeah, well, these guys are really cool. Wow, okay, these guys are beastly in comparison to Megatron. This is no joke. It's kind of awesome, to be honest, because like looking at Megatron, like these guys are his bruisers, right? So they're just massively powerful. Like one thing that the Decepticons seem to have, at least in the original series, was just like they had a superiority on the Autobots for having flight, for one, but also just like mostly of them all just being larger robots in general, right? And it's crazy because like when I look at like stuff that's come out with this line, you're more likely to pick up like more Voyager Decepticons if you want like the main grouping of them. There's a lot. It feels like there's a lot more deluxe class like Autobots. At least like what I've been collecting. I've been trying to get like a lot of the main cast from those first couple episodes, and it's interesting to see like the power dynamic. The Autobots truly are like the underdogs in the situation. If it's not for characters like Jetfire, who are like the most massive, you can get an even amount. But I just find if you want like the most like iconic characters from the bunch, like there's definitely like way more iconic Voyager class Decepticons and way more iconic deluxe class Autobots. But you guys will see, like, I've got like very specific things for a lot of my collections, and you guys know this, and the Transformers is going to be its own special little thing. But for me, I'm pretty sure that these they're probably only deluxe Decepticon I own, just because that was like the one that they had. They're really cool. Like they actually tend to be even smaller or shorter than most of the Autobot. And then we've got this little list on here. I guess it's not Frenzy, but it's Rumble. So we've got like kind of a layering here of size classes that we can do some comparisons at the end of the video. This is kind of the size that we're dealing with here with these guys. That's one thing I like about the Transformers is like they have such like a range of toys you can get. Like you can get these big giant ones. If you're younger, you can get these like cheaper ones, like, you know, you're saving up your allowance. Like it's kind of nice that they have such a variety for these Transformers stuff. Oh yeah, these guys are so cool, man. They're like major enforcers for Megatron. Yeah, I'm really digging these new additions to my Transformers collection, and I would recommend them like entirely because they're just so iconic and so striking. All right, let's build Devastator. Oh man, I gotta say, it is a task to transform all these guys like back and forth. I thought it'd be fun if I built Devastator on camera, so you guys can kind of like experience like the first time of him being built together with me. I've got them all transformed into their individual pieces, which it turns out that there is quite a bit more articulation on some of these that I didn't realize. Like like Mixmaster actually does have like arm articulation that I didn't know about, and same for Hook too. He also has this bending, but I gotta say, man, like it really surprised me how a lot of these still had more to transform, even though I had already gone through a lot of like their transformations. So okay, so it looks like I gotta lift this up, put that down. This also has a little plug-in piece to pull out. Yeah, there you go. And now we gotta get ourselves the long haul section. I think it kind of just pops on here somewhere, I guess. Oh, probably into that. Oh my god, this is so intricate. Like you got to be really smart to work at Hasbro and be designing Transformers, man. Like this is some serious engineering. I'd love to know what kind of qualifications you need to like be on this team. Oh, there we go. That fits in nicely. Wow. Okay. A little gappage here, but I'm sure that gets dealt with. These pieces, I don't really know what's going on with these. Maybe they go up. Oh man, there's little slits right in here for these wheels to go. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. If you've already had this Devastator from its initial release, you're probably gonna be you're gonna be laughing yourself, or
utterly frustrated with how I'm trying to transform this thing. Alright, I guess we'll try and get this leg on next. Oh god. So, turning him backwards, it's supposed to kind of fit in here somewhere. This is odd. Oh shit, okay, this has to flip out. So many times do I find out that there's just something I just forgot to transform on this bastard. Oh man, you can already feel his height taking shape though. Holy crap. Okay, there we go. Ah, nicely secured. Okay. Make sure that's locked in, and we'll get this next leg. Next master. Feels like something's missing here. Oh my god. Yeah, there we go. There. Holy sh! Already too massive for my camera to see. Wow, I really had to raise up my tripod to get this guy to fit in the shot. This is way bigger than I thought he was gonna be. Like, definitely lives up to his name. Let's get these arms attached. Looking at these instructions, it wants me to put these pieces on first, actually. The wing pieces need to be connected to this shield thing, I guess. Oh, it fits like a nice little glove. Sick. And this one fits in there nicely too. Awesome. And I guess this plugs in somewhere on the chest. Oh, I see. They do not make it easy. There we go. That does it. Wow. Nice centerpiece. It's funny that they gave them these like kind of wing looking things on his chest, even though there's no flying vehicle. But I don't know how many flying vehicles you need for a construction site. Alright, so now we just got the hands. So I think the hands need this piece here. These like are really interesting how they like, you know, they're little rocket things, but then they flip over to reveal like the big ass robot hand. Oh, okay. That fits in nicely, actually. So that is that. Now that you have the hand, I think this goes right into this big ass black peg. There we go. Holy. Okay. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that remains there, flush with that. And he can move his arm like so. Wow, holy crap. It's massive. Absolutely massive. Alright, the final piece. Scavenger. Don't let us down. So this just plugs in onto there. Wow, this is absolute madness. I can't believe I bought this. I can't believe I got this thing. He is a force to be reckoned with. Here's his gun. Whoa. The arm articulation is a little janky. It's like there's no bend forward here. And the wrist doesn't rotate, so you can't really get him like, you know, firing from the hip. Minor complaint because the fact that they're able to achieve such a giant creature robot and make it look so strikingly cool is a whole nother level of awesome. This is going to be a monster to animate. He wants to kind of come apart too. Like essentially this is like a statue that you're going to want to just kind of keep somewhere. You could keep them all in the Devastator mode. But when you're this big, like you don't have to make that much like large movements, you know, because you're more just like walking around, stomping on buildings and stuff, right? This was worth the price of admission, gang. If you guys ever get a chance, this is definitely like a solid take on this character. You know, it's by Hasbro. It's in line with a lot of the other figures that you've probably been picking up. Whoa! He's massive. And he's popping off left and right. Oh, there's quite a few little places it attaches. I see now. It kind of secures a lot of this stuff together. You're getting Megatron in for some perspective here, and one of the reflectors, and we have the tiny little rumble here, way at the very bottom. I don't really know where to go. I'm sort of like just like starstruck, dumbstruck. Like seeing this thing in person is just like a whole different story. Having been like kind of drooling over it online and I'm watching other people's videos for so long, like it's madness. Yeah, I just want to really get some good shots. Yeah, he's such a little guy compared to him. Well, this is what you would expect though. Like this is exactly what you want to see from them. And they certainly delivered on every aspect. Devastator. Okay, so yeah, Devastator is officially the tallest toy in my collection, beating out the original Marvel Legends Sentinel. Jetfire, sadly, is now no longer. Well, not really sadly, because it's pretty awesome to have him, but sad for him, I guess. He's now no longer the tallest Transformer I own. And Buzz, well, Buzz is Buzz. And let's just check out Jotar. I always forget about my Botar replacement, who I've christened Jotar. He looks like he is actually about the same height, maybe a couple centimeters taller than the Sentinel, but if you don't have this figure, like, just so you really can tell, like, how massive it is, like, so crazy. Turns out he does have wrist articulation, so that's why I don't like to call my stuff reviews, because I continuously get things wrong. It's just unboxings, and it's just my first impressions, so we have fun here. I tell some stories, but god damn, do these look cool. Look at that. These are the two titans of my, well, he's a commander class, but two largest characters I have for my Transformers, and it's just really sweet to have somebody that can, you know, take on Jetfire from the Decepticon side, which is really cool. Hey YouTube, thanks for watching another awesome Windwhirler video. This was a really cool unboxing. I'm really stoked to have this giant Transformer. It's funny, like, every time I get like a slightly larger Transformer figure, I'm like even more astounded about, you know, what they can do with these figurines and the scale that they can sell them at. I mean, like, the Combiner is kind of like a bit of a milestone, but I bet getting one of those like City Formers, you know, like, I'm really like interested in wanting to get Trypticon. I think Trypticon would be one of the most epic ones to get, because he's basically like this giant Godzilla Transformer, and I don't know, maybe they'll reissue him one day and I'll be able to grab that, but at this point I have yet to see him anywhere at a reasonable price. But yeah, that would be a massive Transformer figure to get. If you have Trypticon, let me know what it's like, if you would recommend it. I'm pretty happy with this. They sort of round out my Decepticon army. Yeah, I'm pumped. Let me know what you guys think of these figures, like if you actually got them. I know they have their little gripes and stuff, but I think overall, like, they look really cool together, especially in combination with the new War for Cybertron figurines. Yeah, let me know if you guys picked it up, or if you're wanting to pick it up. Comment, let me know what you guys think. What kind of future stop motions you guys are excited to see, you know, with these figurines. Like, if you want more Transformers, or if you want more Marvel Legends, Star Wars, Bionicle, whatever stop motion, clay. Just let me know what you guys want. And hey, check out my my Let's Play of Transformers Devastation if you guys want to have some more fun and you appreciate my goofiness. You can really enjoy some fun times playing along with me and watching me totally fail hundreds of times. Yeah, like the video if you like the video, and man, I always forget what the last thing. Oh yeah, subscribe if you love this.